Right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Love Seats.
Thank you.
Right. So tell me a bit about your hair.
Well, it used to be incredibly thick,
Okay.
and it's not anymore.
Right.
It's gone really thin on top, which I'm very self-conscious about. My hairline is receding a bit. And it used to be a sort of dark, brownish, reddish colour.
Okay.
And it's sort of lost all that.
Right. And
So-
did you like that colour?
Yes, but that was a long time ago. I don't think it would suit me now.
No,
because
I
your
definitely
skin,
don't think
your
dark.
skin tone changes. No,
100%.
no, definitely. I mean, if I had sort of really thick, wiry grey hair, I'd have it cut beautifully and that would be fine, but it's quite white. So, I have it coloured as little as I can.
Okay.
I
So,
mean, like sort of, once before the summer and once before Christmas, something like that.
yeah, so this was maybe done like 2.5 months ago?
Oh, at least, yeah.
Okay.
And it hasn't been cut for a long time.
Right.
I tend to have it sort of layered. I think this has got very long. I don't like my ears showing, but I like it sort of,
Opening up.
yes. And when it was cut, it was a nice sort of blunt cut at the back, which I quite liked.
Okay.
It's gone very dry and frizzy, as you can
Right.
see.
And what do you normally use on your hair on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I nothing very much on a day-to-day basis, but I wash it maybe once a week.
Okay. And then what do you shampoo with?
I've been using I think it's a L'Oreal Elvive growth booster
Okay.
because I'm aware of it becoming quite thin.
Right. So I would definitely say, so the thing with a lot of the L'Oreal products is they do have silicons in them.
Yeah.
So dimethicone, trimethicone, all of those. So for your hair, so when I feel your hair, the fact that your hair's got a slight texture, I actually think is a very positive side for you.
Good.
Because if the hair is very silky, it will lie flatter.
Right.
So part of the reason, so yes, you are right, the hair through here I can see is finer. And the fact that the hair is actually worn a little bit more wild and textured is very good, because what it does, it disguises a multitude of things.
Thank you. I mean, it's got a lot of movement and wave, which I quite like. I don't
too.
like it all smooth because it just
100%.
doesn't suit me.
I actually think the wilder the better.
Well, within reason.
So what I wouldn't want to do is actually take away that silkiness, because that will then remove any form of body and texture. So what silicone does, it wraps around your hair like cling film, and it actually dehydrates the hair.
Okay.
So that's the first thing that we want to, I always say silicone and heat are the two things that will affect your hair the most. It's very difficult to get heat out of your hair diet because, we dry our hair, we start
Yeah.
with tongue and all of these things. If we can reduce that, but at the same time, we are able to get silicone out of your diet, your hair diet completely. That actually makes a very big difference to what the hair is doing. Now, earlier on, when you said you quite like a blunt cut, why do you like a blunt cut?
Because it sort of gives it a bit more body, I think.
Yes.
On the other hand, it has had layers in it,
Yes.
which I think is probably quite good.
Yes, so
for my
I think so. I'm not saying a blunt cut's not right. I always ask questions so that I understand
Right.
what it is that you are.
I think it was just the bottom I quite liked that
Right. Okay.
shape.
So I would definitely say for your hair texture. So when we look at, so let's say we've got, if we use you as example. So when we feel the hair here is actually a lot denser than the hair here. So we
Right.
call this the horseshoe area.
Okay.
Now, genetically, we are all programmed to always have slightly finer hair here and then more hair on the side.
Okay.
So that's with all of us. Some more noticeable than others, but that's generally what happens. If we put any blunt lines in, what it does, it makes that look very thick, but in comparison to the rest of the hair, it can actually make some hair look finer.
Okay.
So for example, when we have, and now that I've talked to you about this, you'll see this. When you see a lot of gents, when they go thin here, if they keep this too thick, this will actually make that look finer.
Okay.
So the
Yep.
fact that you've got layers all over actually give you the illusion that you have a lot more hair.
Okay.
So you can have this blunt, but you can't have it necessarily blunt, because
No,
as soon
no.
as I make that very heavy, it will actually make this look finer.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you
I can see
understand?
that very
So it's
much.
finding, we can make it blunt, but it's fine tuning it to
Yeah.
make sure that we give
No.
you the overall look that's going to give you.
Yes.
So I always say to people, is it the bluntness or is it the structure that you like? Is it the sharpness of the haircut? Because we can have layer and sharpness in the same haircut.
I don't think. I mean, if you know, if I was the kind of person with a beautifully sharp jawline, then I could have a lovely blunt cut. But I'm not.
Right,
So
yes.
I mean, I'm in your hands really.
So I would
What would
definitely,
you suggest? I was going to ask you, what would you suggest I should do? Because my daughter was talking about, is it
wolf cut?
no, to help with the thinning.
So from our product line, we have something called the hair and scalp elixir. And what that does, it stimulates growth and it
Right.
prevents hair from falling out. It's packed with amla. Amla is an Ayurvedic remedy. It's also
Right.
known as the Indian gooseberry. And what it does, the reason why if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
72.
Okay, so you through the menopause and all of that.
Oh, a while
Long-
ago.
And
But I'm now taking. I've been put back on HRT,
And when
because
did
I
you-
think estrogen is a good thing.
Very good.
I started last October.
October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, you should start seeing results now. So we always say anything of hair related is
Yeah.
6 months. So
Okay.
when people say to you within 2 months, it's not possible. But 6 months, that's when we start seeing. So what estrogen does, it gives your hair the growth cycle. So it makes your hair grow longer. And then progesterone is the thing that actually keeps the follicle open for longer. So that gives you thicker hair.
I don't have that because I had a hysterectomy a while ago.
Right, okay.
So it's just estrogen.
So just estrogen.
Just
so you'll
estrogen.
definitely see a difference in that.
Oh, good.
So with
Yeah.
because also when people's hormones go slightly off
Yeah.
kilter, your testosterone can take over, and testosterone produces a hormone called DHT, and DHT is the thing that makes our hair fall out. And
right.
females, you produce DHT all over your skin, meaning in your
Right.
scalp. So topical treatments for hair thinning, like the hair and scalp elixir, and females work really, really well
Right.
because we reduce that DHT out of your scalp.
And there's a tablet. I can't remember the name of the product because my daughter was saying I ought to talk to you about that.
Minoxidil?
Yes, yes, that you
So-
can take as tablet form as well.
Yes. So oral minoxidil for females work really, really well.
So that's a good idea, is it?
It works very, very well. I
Yeah.
would definitely speak to, a trichologist or a dermatologist. We always recommend one specific
yeah.
dermatologist that only specializes in hair. But that is a good thing to use because so minoxidil is a DHT blocker. You know, the thing that makes
Okay.
So you get topical minoxidil and you get oral minoxidil. So it depends on
Can
where
you
are.
use both or on?
I'm not sure if you can use them together, but
okay.
I think if you take the oral one, so again, I'll need to find out for you, but I've got clients who take the oral one and I've got clients who do the topical one.
Right.
I think the oral one for females is very, very effective.
Okay.
But actually both of them are effective. They just slightly
Yeah,
more
yeah.
if you're, but yeah, that's definitely something for with where you are now. How long have you been off HRT?
Oh, I did about 10 years of HRT after when I was much younger because I had
Right.
a hysterectomy at 38. So,
Right. Okay. That's yeah.
So I had 10 years, but then there was a lot of question about should people taking it, so I stopped it.
Right.
And then of course now recently I've been taking it again.
So I always say I like to be manage expectations. I would say what we can expect is for you to maintain what you have.
That would be rather than lose any more.
Yeah, I think that is probably
Yeah.
the standard which you would be at, just
Right.
because of the time frame that's passed.
Yeah.
Would you gain more? I think there is a chance, but it's not a massive chance.
No, okay.
Because obviously if the follicles are not there anymore, it's difficult, it's
Yeah.
impossible to
Yeah.
grow them back
Yeah.
again. However, if there is fine, what we call secondary hair follicles, obviously they will activate. So you can feel that the hair gets thicker and fuller.
Okay.
That will definitely be
Right.
something. And if the follicles are still alive, that will stimulate them.
Okay, so
Which-
that would be worth thinking about.
I think so. Yeah. I always say maintain the hair that you have.
Yeah.
Because we are all going one direction, and that is less hair through
Yes,
age.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if we can maintain what you have for another 20 years,
That would be great.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So haircut wise, very few people ever sit in my chair where I tell them I actually like what you have. I can see there's a few tweaks that made. You've got quite a bit of disconnection happening in the hair. By disconnection, I mean you've got like that is all one length, and then you've got this layer sitting on top. So for me, I want to encourage the hair to be a little bit more wilder. Like, you know, the curl comes out. Through the front, I agree with you. This on you is too long, so it makes you very square. So this needs to be layered up.
Yes, I think that's got, the side bits have got too
So
long.
we call these the Basset Hound effect.
Which pulls your whole face
Pulls
down.
the face down.
Yeah.
So this here can really come up and give you, see, instantly if I do that, it opens up the
Yes, it's
cheekbone.
much
it lifts,
better.
and then we can get
Yeah.
this to encourage a little bit short on you.
Yeah.
And then through the back here, because they've cut the crown quite short, it's actually made the back very square and flat. So I actually want to bring this in a little bit to actually get the bottom to support it, that you actually get more volume through the top. So technically here, I'm going to take nothing off, but build the volume through the bottom, and that will give you more of a shape through that. Through the front, I think with these, we need to keep them nice and long and textured, but expand the shape there and bring that up.
Would you say it's too... And what
This-
about the colour?
Right. So color-wise, you mentioned that you only do your color twice a year.
It needs doing, I think.
So it definitely needs doing. Because you do the color twice a year, it limits us to...
No, well, I do it now more frequently because
do?
it's lasting less
Right.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would probably say I like the effect of what your ends are doing. So when we look at the skin tone, you do look good with the warmer side of tone. So without saying to me what you were before, I would have said you probably had like aubany kind of tones in the hair, just looking skin tonal wise. So I like the fact that this is lighter, but when I look at the roots, I feel that, obviously there's no color on there, that can do with a little bit more deepness in the hair.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is the only thing we're going to do is we're actually going to tint the roots ever so slightly darker, and then leave this hair out. So you'll have a transition. So we call this balayage. You'll have a transition from dark into lighter. And
Okay.
that will make the hair on the scalp look a lot fuller
Okay.
and more lush. But I don't actually think, I wouldn't make you lighter through here. Maybe bring a little bit of the darkness just through to give the curls more definition.
Yeah.
But the color itself needs to be still warm, richness. I wouldn't necessarily put reds in there, but I would put chocolates in there to give it like a little bit, because reds on the white hair, because your white hair is very silver, if I put reds in, the contrast between the very warm and the very cool will give you a higher regrowth. Where if we put chocolates in, they are warm, but slightly more lenient to the regrowth coming out. And then afterwards style it. What I'm going to do, because of your hair, I'm going to put you today under the micro mist. So the micro mist is a treatment we have in the salon, and what that does, it provides the hair the perfect atmospheric condition to absorb moisture, because what your hair needs is moisture and protein. And we'll let you sit under that probably for a good 30 minutes, and it's quite amazing to see, and that will make the hair lush, and then cut it, style it, and make it fabulous.
Thank you.
Sounds good?
Sounds fantastic.
Right, let's get cracking.